sun is not beating on your back, it's just there. You know we're in the tropics, so you expect to feel some heat, but you don't see it, you know, that bright sunshine. I have a very, maybe a 20-watt bulb in my office just to keep it dark. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of the bright sun, you know. All right. In the meantime, it's just about 11 o'clock in St. Lucia and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. You're tuned into Hitz FM 92.1, 91.1, the Maximum Music Authority, and of course, GVD Television, Channel 115. It's that time of the day again. We all know what time it is, right? It's time for man versus woman. The woman's not saying nothing. She just smiles. She's like, you know, that killer smile. Like, you can go on and do whatever you want. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to kill you.
That's right.
Is that how women operate?
That's right.
When we out and make noise, blah, 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 we can do this, we can do that. Women just do it in silence?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Yes.
You don't sound too convincing.
Yes.
You don't sound too convincing.
I don't know how much convincing I can get, but yes.
Maybe I should turn your mic up a little bit. That might help. Is it? No. No, that goes into echo zone. Echo zone, you hear that? My play of words? Echo zone. Good morning to you, Suzette. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
And you know, you look wonderful. I like the outfit. I like the, you know, what do you call
bling,
that?
bling.
What do you call that?
Bling.
Bling.
It's all about
you see,
bling.
the thing is, men, we only know one thing: clothes.
Yeah.
That's it. We only know clothes and colors.
No, you sure about that?
Boy, I've on a red outfit.
You know about
there.
the color. You know about the color part.
I've on a red outfit there, boy.
I believe men are colorblind. You know.
You think we're colorblind?
Yes.
In terms of what? Matching colors, mixing and matching colors.
They just don't know colors. A man will see an orange shirt and see it's red.
But, I mean, it's close to
red. A
red.
man will see a purple shirt and say it's pink.
You see, the thing is, the difference between men and women is that we see fish. You see dewad, you see kawong, you see... we're not into all of that. Fish is what we see, you know? So we just try to keep it general. Y'all want to label everything.
I hear you.
You know? When we open the fridge, we see a fridge.
Because women are more in depth.
Women want to put everything in the right place. This one, that, there. That's not where that goes. That's complicated.
Yeah, it's not complicated.
Just
it's
like
just
you
being
women.
organized and
No. There's a difference between complicated and organized.
So we making sure that things are in the correct places.
Too much details. How do you find the time to record all this stuff in the head? Where do you find the space?
So
we're not programmed that way. We're programmed to just keep things on a straight and narrow.
You need to be.
That's a car.
You need to be reprogrammed.
That's a bike.
You need to be reprogrammed.
Why? To create more problems in the world? Just imagine, eh? If men were wired the way women are, I mean, when it comes to paying attention to detail,
I believe there would be there would be more peace, because at least the men would understand us better.
We don't need to understand you any better.
Yes.
We just need to know you well enough.
You all need to.
We don't need to understand you all better. I don't think so. Most men, especially married men, and I know my friend Charlie, when the top of the bus stand, is gonna laugh when I say this. You know, we would rather stay away from you women. The wives. We would rather just.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just do your own thing. Call me. Let me know how much I'll write the check.
Well, I do. Well, that's a good man.
No, we would just tell you, okay, babes, here's the bank card. Do your thing. Don't get us involved.
That's a good husband.
Call us and tell us when it's done. When the house is painted.
Yes,
when the room is
Yes, man.
Just let us know when it's done. We don't want to get involved.
Okay. Well, don't be rewired. Stay that way.
Guess what? We'll sit down.
Don't be reprogrammed. Stay that way.
Guess what? We'll sit down. We'll plan how we're going to do it together. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to start with the windows. We're going to change all the windows in the house. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to tear the kitchen apart and put some new cupboards in.
Yes.
Our bedroom, maybe we should put a new bathroom in, a little jacuzzi, a little something nice,
Yes.
Spice up the thing. That's the plan. By the time we're ready to execute the plan, you take the whole thing and twist it around.
It's not so much of twist it around. We
go on to us. I thought we said we're going to start with the painting first. All of a sudden, painting is last on the list because guess what? We have to get the jacuzzi because it's on sale, and we have to get the cupboard now because guess what? The guy who built the cupboard, he's about to retire or he going overseas to meet his wife and children who he haven't seen in 10 years. So we want to get that done. No.
So you can blame us for that.
Yes.
But listen, you see, the thing
The
is,
plan is we're sticking to the plan.
We are in depth. Listen, we will go and we'll sit down and go back over what was discussed and, see where things can be done better. And once we see where it can be done better, we're going for better. A man will go shopping, and the first shoes he sees, he buys the shoes. The shoes is for $600.
We do not go
Wait,
shop.
man, he goes down the road and he sees the same shoes for $300.
We do not get
Women,
get one thing right.
make sure they go all over first.
Get one thing
Waste
right.
all that money when he could give it to me.
Men do not shop.
What's wrong with you?
We go buy a pair of shoes, we go buy a shirt. I go and buy a shirt. I go and buy a new belt. I go and buy a pants. I go and buy a shoe. We do not shop. Women now will say, okay, babes, guess what? We're going to buy some new curtain. Right? Okay, no problem. Come with me. All right, I come in. We go to the store. First of all, you don't go to the curtain department, You go to the bathroom tiles. You go to all the other departments, and the curtain department, we say, no, wait a minute, I thought it's curtains that we're going to go buy. Well, I see this saying, no, we go to buy curtains.
We are all right. When we go shopping, as you say, we go shopping for the curtain.
Right.
But when we get to the store, there are other things there that the house needs. So I have to budget for it. So I'm looking at the prices. I have to go and look at the prices so that I know next time when I'm coming, okay, this is for that amount. Can I afford it? You want me to waste your money?
I am not hearing you.
Do you want me to waste your money?
I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you. That's not an excuse.
It is it's not an excuse. You're right.
One of
the
the
worst
worst
what happens.
I love my mother dearly, and I do anything, go anywhere with her. But you see, when she said, let's go shopping, no, you go ahead. When you're done, call me. I'll come and pick you up. And what about this? My mother would leave Castries. Pay, how much is this to go to Viewfort?
I think it's $8 from Castries to
Viewfort return,
yes.
so that's $16.
Right.
She would pay $16 to go to the SNS in Viewfort because they have the thing $1 cheaper, eh?
Of course.
What's the sense in that? But you just wasted.
No, but
$17.
You would that would not make any sense. But let's say you're going to do a big shopping. If you're going to do a big shopping, you would save a lot more than the $16.
If you are, chances are when they decide, okay, well, I go in here for it because it's cheaper there. It's not. By the time you take the time and walk there, or you invest the time to get there, it's not cheaper.
If you have the time invested,
it's not cheaper. I could never understand that. So why don't just buy it here for $1 more? Because guess what? The time it takes you to walk all the way across to Bridge Street and back, and
I'll walk for it.
What?
That's saving some money to do something else another day.
I do not understand that kind of thinking.
That's saving some money to do something else another day.
You end up putting it back out in time. Time is money,
Time is money. I agree.
Even if you work for yourself, you have to calculate your time as money.
That is why I am saving. I am saving so that the next time I'll have money to go and shop.
Yeah, I think you're trying to make some serious excuses there, boy. Well, so man versus woman today. Yet another day is Tuesday, and of course we want to let people know that tomorrow there won't be any man versus woman because we are going to. I am going on the ship. Yeah.
You're going on the ship?
Well, that's what everybody's saying, going on the ship, but you're not literally going on the ship because they have the clinic set up here on island at the OKEU and, of course, the Cultural Center.
Yes.
So everybody is using the term going on the ship. Only a few people will make it to the ship, people.
Yes.
All right, just only a few people that have surgeries and that type of thing would be or special needs in terms of medicals might go on the ship. Right. The rest of us taking it in the Cultural Center and the OKEU. Yeah. All right, like me, I am going to. So the thing is, look, a lot of people are saying how there's a lot of negative out there, but I just want to jog your mind. I want you to think: do you really believe something of this magnitude would involve hurting people on that scale? I think there's too many international bodies that would cry foul if something of the sort. Did you put that down or it's going down with you?
What? This chair? The chair? I think
it's going down? It's moving? Yes. You're eating too much, man. Too much dumpling. But as I was saying, that I believe that to each his own, for the people that don't want to go for whatever reason, well, it's your choice, but do not try to discourage people who need their medical attention from going, because there's a lot of people there's a lot of backlog in our medical system here, in our hospital system. There's a lot of people who are waiting, who have been waiting for a long time to see doctor for whatever reasons, even surgeries. And if it's an opportunity now for you to get that done, like right away, take advantage of it, because some of them are suffering based on the medical condition they have. They're going through hell night and day. And for me, who's just have a little, I have a little family that I pick the skin and the inside and it's sore. For some of us who have that and it's not a big deal, we shouldn't discourage people who are in a severe pain, chronic pain. Some of them can't sleep. Some of them have illnesses that are really bothering them, and it's really unfair for us to discourage them from trying to get help. Right? Pray to the Almighty that nothing goes wrong, and I'm sure nothing will go wrong, because this is not something that happens every day. We're not going to see this. We might never see this opportunity again in our lifetime, so we might as well take advantage of it. Some people are there on waiting lists, and who knows, they might never make it to that date that is booked for them to see doctor for whatever reason they have. So here's an opportunity. You might save your own life.
True.
You might save your own life. And I know, and I know you're kind of.
I'm kind of. To be honest with you, I'm being honest. I'm kind of skeptic, because yes, you say that. Why would they do something of this magnitude, and wouldn't it draw attention or it across the world? Yes, it would, but do they care? But
the thing is, here's how I look at it, right? In any country, especially big countries like America, they have a budget for everything. And just like in a business, if you have a budget for certain things in the business, if the year ends and you don't utilize your budget, then it gets either reduced. They don't really defer to another department.
Right.
So the military has X amount of money is put aside for medicals.
Right.
Just in case there's a war. But there haven't been any major conflicts in the world for a while. So these things are sitting there because they're already purchased. They can't wait until a war breaks out to go and buy this stuff.
And they don't want it to spoil.
Right, they want it to spoil. Some of it also would be donated from pharmaceutical companies, as part of their humanitarian, the corporate social responsibilities to give to the military. Now, also, what you have to remember with a hospital ship, whether it's America or Japan or whatever, there are professionals on there who are not getting to practice their craft or practice their medicine on a regular basis, because guess what? We're basically just sitting here. There's no wars going on. We're just doing nothing. So it's a chance for them to do, to exercise.
Yes.
I also spoke to a friend of mine and our boss, who was an ex-American soldier, and he was pointing out that one other things that we have to remember, that these ships, they have some of the best in the world when it comes to doctors and their brains and their minds.
Yes.
These are people who are trained, and some of them even leave their own practice to enlist in the army because they see the need to help with that. I also have a cousin who's a doctor now, thanks to the army. When he joined the U.S. Army, he was a medical assistant on an ambulance from a hospital, and he decided he was going to enlist in the army and use the army's resources to become a doctor. And he did. And I spoke to him. He said, you know what? People have to understand that these type of things don't happen too often. And just remember that this is not the first time this is happening. This very vessel, this is the 7th time it's actually doing a humanitarian mission. Now, to them, it's a mission because it's training for new people also.
Right.
And they're keeping the people that they have already, that are professionals, that are already trained in service. So they're giving them work to do, basically.
Right.
They're just sitting there doing nothing. So go on out and let us try to help some people. And that's just the whole gist of this.
So,
All right, so we have a call coming in. Let's take this call. Hitz FM, good morning, you're live.
Mr. Asylum, good morning. How you doing?
Not too bad. Good morning, sir.
Okay, let me enlighten you. I know you know what's right, but let me enlighten some people.
Right.
The USNS Naval Comfort.
Right.
That's a naval hospital ship.
Right.
All right. all the doctors on there are commissioned doctors, went through medical school, everything.
Right.
They do have some civilian doctors who give up their office practice.
Right.
And also working on there for the government.
Right.
This ship don't only take care of people like how we do in the Caribbean, but it also take care of naval sailors. All right. So if the U.S. government could have their sailors' hands in those doctors, the sailors' fate in those doctors' hands.
Right.
I don't think that there is anything that they would come and do like that in the open. Right. These are well qualified doctors.
Right. Some of them are specialists.
Some of them specialize in. You got neurologists, surgeons, you name it.
Right.
On that ship. So it's high time people break out from that stupid norm and say that people are trying to kill them. At least you're getting some help and you get some free medical assistance. Unlike in the U.S., if you don't have any.
I guess black people are too paranoid.
Okay, I think our phone, our WhatsApp call just died. That is there. Well, our call dropped. Okay, so let's try to get that caller back. And he was about to give us some insight as to what is happening. So let's try to reach back out to him and see if we can continue. All right, so we're doing the reverse. He called before, so we're calling him back. All right, but like I was saying, that I do believe that we ought to take advantage of this. I think we got our caller back. Caller, you there?
Yes, sorry about that. So as I was saying, unlike in the U.S., where if you don't have insurance or Medicaid, you can't get seen by doctors.
Right.
So if they're getting the free doctor visit, and treatment, it'll behoove them to just get on it and then take it.
All right, caller, stick a pin. You just mentioned that in the U.S., if you don't have Medicaid and you don't have insurance, you don't get medical. Right. And that's the thing what a lot of people are using as an excuse. Oh, well, there's people in America who can't get who can't get medicals because they don't have insurance and they don't have Medicaid. So why is it that they're giving it to us? And I want to let people remind people that the Army, the U.S. Army, they have a budget. They have a budget, just like every other part of the government. They have a budget for everything. And the Navy has a budget for medicals. Now, they can't use that medical back in the U.S. The idea really is a mission that they're on.
It has to be used for what it was sent for.
Right. So it's a mission that these people are coming on. To them, on paper, this is another naval mission. It's just
it's a mission. It's a way that to write off monies that was not used at the end of the fiscal year.
Exactly. Otherwise, they'll reduce their budget and so offer them less next year or next budget.
Because every fiscal year you have a budget.
Right.
Whatever is not used, the first thing the federal government will say, okay, we gave you this, you didn't use that, right?
Right.
That means so you don't need all that.
And to avoid that, they have to utilize the full budget. Also, that people have to understand that the medicines that they have on board the ship that they're going to hand out to people for various ailments, these things don't stay. They have expiry date like everything else too.
Right.
And they can't wait until they expire them to dump them. They have to try to utilize it because it would be a shame to see that they have all this medicine going to waste.
Right. And not half of the time, but most of the time, the medication on that ship and that pharmacy is top of the line medication.
Because they use the rest for their...
The naval department, they don't give generic.
Right.
They take care of their own.
Right.
So they got a certain budget to go through in a certain amount of time. They got certain medication that they got to get, going because at the end of the fiscal year, and the reason why for that, the fiscal year starts next month. It starts every October and ends in September.
Wow. So they're at the time when they need to get rid of a lot of stuff. Not get rid of, but utilize. Now, just to let people know, I mean, you're an ex-soldier.
Yes, sir.
You wanna give us a little information on where you served, what you served, whether you serve pancakes or you serve.
No. I was infantry, 11 Bravo.
11 Bravo. So you're very familiar with a lot of these missions.
Yep. I'm very familiar with it.
And of course,
and that's what.
Go ahead.
There's certain things I can't go too much into detail.
Right. We understand that. We understand that. But in all, you would encourage people to take advantage of the opportunity.
Take advantage of it, because if people don't know, and I will let them know, the military has a fiscal budget. It starts in October, it's in September.
Right.
Now, coming to that time, that's when everybody try to clear the budget and utilize everything that they have, because time October 1st comes along, they want that same amount of budget that they had from last year.
Right.
If it's not used, you're gonna get a cutback.
Okay. So from a budget perspective, this could be one exercise that is set to make sure that they have the same amount of resources available for them next year by utilizing everything.
It's just a game for the government. Okay, look, they put before Congress, I need X amount for that department, and they just wanna, blast it out there. So well, okay, I did use it.
Right. Well, that's important. They have to use it. Yes. All right, caller. Thank you very much for your call.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for your call. So, as I was saying that, I think that the ship is scheduled to pay visit to Trinidad and Tobago. Also, I think Grenada, Jamaica, Bermuda, and really and truly, if in fact that this was a mission, a malicious mission, don't you think that all these countries would have already come together, band together, and say, no, we don't want it?
But they're all saying it.
The governments of those countries?
Not the government, the people of the country.
What are the people?
What are the people saying it? Black people are paranoid.
What are the people
when it comes to things like this?
Why are the people paranoid? Why are they saying it? Is it because of propaganda? Is it because they just feel that, we're too good to be given stuff?
No, I think it has to do with things that, as a black race we have encountered in the past. I think that's the reason why they're so paranoid.
Go ahead, caller.
I'm going to tell you why they're saying it. They're saying it because a lot of them fail to, if they go there, the result they're going to get, they won't be able to live with it. They know that
you think that's why they're saying that?
They're afraid.
Yeah.
I don't. If you listen to people talk, I don't think that's the reason.
I think sometimes when we don't understand things, the easiest thing to do is say no to it.
Yeah.
Right.
If
we don't understand,
if I'm getting a free checkup, if I'm getting a free checkup, I would want to go and see what is wrong with my body.
Yeah.
You understand?
I can guarantee you that if this free checkup was being offered by just the St. Lucian government, right, and they had doctors coming from overseas, they're not coming with medications and all of these things, but it has been offered in St. Lucia by St. Lucia. You would not get this kind of.
But here's the thing. To me, that's the same thing, because the government has to approve it.
Yes, I know the government had to approve it.
They had to approve it.
They had to approve it, but it's not coming from them. It's not theirs. They are taking it from straight from. So you would find that people would accept it more if it was coming.
But do you think that if the government felt that there's a need to worry, that they would have approved it?
No, they wouldn't. I don't think they would have. No, they would not have approved it.
And do you think that the government just said, okay, guess what? We're getting a ship coming here with medicals
No.
We're going to take it?
All these doctors, based on the information that I got, all of them had to be vetted. All the medications that they're coming with had to be vetted by the
local authorities.
Exactly.
Right. And to make mention that they are working in conjunction with the local authorities, the local doctors, the local nurses will be on hand, the chief medical officer will be on hand. All of these things are done. So if all of these are done, all these checks and balances have been put in place, why is it that people are still running around talking about,
as I say,
they're going to
black
inject us?
people are just paranoid.
Okay. Let me say something, right? When doctors in St. Lucia diagnose them with certain things, right? They go and pay of 50, 60, 70,000 US dollars
to go overseas,
right? Those same doctors on that ship, they rotate them.
That's it.
Those are the same
That's
doctors
true.
they go to.
Some of those doctors have the practice.
Same good
doctors in the US.
Those are the same doctors they go to.
That is so true.
Go to.
You know, my thing is, again, it's a humanitarian mission, and just like any other mission, if we had a disaster here, a disaster here, let's say for instance a hurricane disaster, the Americans will probably lend us support. Do we say we don't want it because guess what, they give it for free? So I mean, I think the whole idea is the fact that because it's coming at a time when we don't really, well, not say we don't need it, but there's no dire need for it. There's not a issue. They're just passing through, which is what it is. They're going to spend 5 days here and offer as many people as they possibly can help. That is what we have a problem with. You know, because guess what? We have this notion that nothing comes for free. Maybe so. Maybe nothing comes for free. Maybe that they're going to take some analysis and do some studies after, because I'm sure that there should be some case studies after.
Right.
You understand me? They're going to take certain information back so they can study and analyze. And even for some of the medication that's provided by the pharmaceutical companies, they're probably looking to have a report on how their medicine was used, how it was, how people received it. And so yes, people are going to benefit from it because they're now going to have a better understanding as to how the products that they're putting out is being used. So I do believe that it's not free, because somebody has to report back to somebody who's going to benefit in the end. Here's what I'm saying now, though. We have an opportunity here that doesn't come all the time, doesn't come often. Take it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Take it. Because we might think that it might be free to us. But those medication were purchased at some point or donated or was manufactured at some, so there was a cost to it already.
Yep. So I'm saying,
you know, there's a cost to it already.
Yeah.
And in the case of a U.S. hospital ship, I mean, these things are not small. The thing can't even come in our own harbor.
Yes,
We've seen some big ships in here. They're not small because when they go out, they deploy one of these things in a war zone, and one is supposed to be able to take care of 1 million soldiers.
Yes.
So the capacity, their capacity to handle personnel, like injured people, is huge.
Right.
So when it comes packing a lot of equipment, a lot of doctors, a lot of medication. So folks, we have a lot of things that we can take advantage of. Even eye care, they'll test your eyes. So let me tell you, how can a pair of new glasses hurt you?
Yeah.
How can getting that eye, those eyes that you keep saying, well, boy, Missy, me can't even read the label from the
What you trying to tell me?
No, I'm just saying, for all the people who've been complaining that, Missy, boy, I can't miss them days, boy, when I wake up in the morning, my eyes blurry, I can't see nothing, I can't even spy the neighbor anymore, because I'm not seeing so far. Go get some new glasses for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I was saying, that ship, those ships are rotated out within 6 months to a year.
Right.
So, this probably their last voyage down this side.
Right.
And they're offering that assistance. Because when they go back to port, it's another set of doctors, another set of
going out
boatsmen, another set of
and they're heading in a different direction. Because I understand that these people down in either Venezuela or Colombia before, they did a lot of stuff. So this is the 7th mission of this nature that this particular ship has been on. And every mission has about, I see about maybe 7 or 8 stops on this particular mission. So just imagine over the last 7 times that they've been on, how many different countries they've actually helped people. So we're going to be the one to grumble because they're helping us.
But look, and another thing too, America has offered help in other ways, various, ways, and you don't get this kind of response.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Exactly.
It's all about being paranoid.
And the same medication that they're offering is the same one they buy in the pharmacy down there.
Not even, it's a low grade. Well, I'm assuming that it might be a low grade. I don't want anybody to sue me. But we know we have medications. There's usually the generic.
There's generic brands and there is the
original brands, right? So
and the generic brands is for people who can't afford the top dollar one.
Now, just imagine. Do you think Uncle Sam's gonna put generic brands on to treat their soldiers? I doubt it.
Oh hell no.
No.
So we're probably getting the best healthcare that this country would ever see in a long time.
Yes.
In the space of 5 days. And medication.
Yep.
Yes. But the health minister said it. She says that it's going to be one of the best that can be offered to the people of St. Lucia, right? And they should take advantage of it because the healthcare system here is not on par with what they are coming with.
Exactly.
So,
5 days in St. Lucia, that ship could offer almost 50 years of medicals, comparable. To what we've seen in St. Lucia. So people, again, I want to encourage you all. I will be there. I'm going to take it. When I keep telling Dr. Secret, when I show up, I point to my fingers in the air and I tell the doctors, check from the tip of my fingers to the bottom of my feet. Take full advantage of it. And I hope they do. I hope they don't tell me, well, you can only, have one thing checked. No, I don't want that. I want all of it. When I leave there, I want to walk out of there with no squeak.
Brand new.
Because I believe that the minds that are going to be there to diagnose and treat people are some of the brightest minds in the world. Some of the best doctors are on board that ship.
Or who knows? Maybe you might see a doctor there, right? And then your government offer them a contract and the money's right.
Who knows?
Next month you might see him working at your hospital.
Maybe one might fall in love with me and decide to live in St. Lucia and offer free healthcare for life. Yep. So, thanks to me. All right, so thank you very much, caller. We got to move on. It's man versus woman. I just want to take the opportunity because tomorrow, like I said, we're not going to be doing the show because I am not going to be here. I'm going to be here at the Cultural Center or the OKEU. Trying to get me some free medicals. And anybody that wants to join me, I am inviting you all. It's a party tomorrow. All right? We're going to take advantage of some of that. Because we don't want them to leave with anything. We want to utilize all that we can so that the ship can leave empty. I'm not being selfish, but, if they need more supplies, they'll get it.
They'll get it.
All right. So, again, folks, go out tomorrow. Make it your business to check yourself out. Take advantage if you have any ailments, anything that that's been bothering you, and you keep saying that you got your boy. I gotta go by a doctor. This hand hurting me all the time. No, go tomorrow. Tell your employer, ask for the day off.
And I was wondering about that. Persons who are working with different companies and so on, will they be able to get the time off from these companies to go?
I don't know if anything was mentioned in that, that company should. I believe that if you made the request, I offered it to my staff. I said, look, guys, anyone that wants to take advantage of it, feel free to do so. Just let me know ahead of time so we can plan accordingly. All right? And a number of them said, yes, we will take advantage of it. But I am assuming that a lot of employers would understand the nature of this and would put things in place to make sure that the people who want to go can go. Mind you, there's a lot of people go tell you, yeah, boy, I going, and then you see them on the beach. And then you see them posting pictures of them on the beach cooking. I think it's fair. It's only fair that if you are going to go take advantage, say you're going to take advantage, do it and do it. Don't say you're going to do it and don't do it.
Right.
Maybe your employers can ask for proof. Because once you go, you would have different ways of proving that you did go. So that might be a fair thing to do. It's like carnival, a lot of employers will give you the time off to jump carnival, but you have to request it and you have to bring proof that you are going to take part in the carnival.
Yes.
So it's the same thing, right? I think that could apply.
Yeah.
But I have offered to the guys here, anyone that wants to take advantage of it. I know Jills wants to go and get his teeth clean. He says he's going to see the dentist and hook up himself with a brand new smile. What is it, Jules?
That's what I would want to go for too.
Brand new smile?
Yes.
All right.
I've never been to the dentist in all my life.
You've never been to the dentist?
I've been to the dentist, but it's only to take people there. Yeah, taken my children to the dentist. I've taken my nieces to the dentist and stuff like that.
So you're due for a dentist checkup. So go ahead, check it out.
Yeah. I might take advantage of that.
You might have a story to tell when you're done. Oh, the dentist was cute.
Oh, really? No.
25-year-old, nicely
really
shaven,
no.
And he took his time.
Oh, really? No.
You might have a story to tell. All right, so let's get back to the program. Of course, you got our situation for today. You got it on hand?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to let you do the honors.
Okay. Dear Asylum and the new lady.
Yes, I like that. When I saw that, I was like, wow, the new lady.
I just found out that my husband was sexting with my sister.
Oh, good. Was what?
Sexting.
You know what sexting means, right? It's a new form of texting. People, like when people send maybe pictures, nude pictures, or have like naughty conversation, it's called sexting. So there's a new term for it. So when you meet a guy or you know somebody and he say, "Hey babes, what's up? Send me a picture of the finger."
Old people like me don't know.
It's called sexting, not texting. Sexting. So
I see.
Naughty messages, naughty photos, that kind of thing is referred to as sexting.
So her husband, she found out that her husband was sexting with her sister?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. From what I was told, nothing else happened other than that they sent each other inappropriate pictures. My entire family knew about this. No one told me until recently that I was having problems with my husband. I didn't even know. It is hard for me to keep a secret, so I confronted my husband. He admitted it and he said that he is wrong for doing this. My problem is that now I can't look at him. I keep thinking about what he did to me. Also, he said he sent pictures of his privates to other girls, but I don't know who they are. We have 2 kids. I am considering asking for a divorce, but the only thing that is holding me back is my children. I don't know if I can live like this, though, just for my children to have both of their parents together.
Oh, boy. The sister, let me start with the sister. How can you do such a thing to your sister? I mean, there's a bond that's supposed to hold sisters together, brothers together, family together.
That's just not.
And these are some of the things that you don't do to break that bond. I could understand you wear her favorite shoes and she get upset and decides to lash out at you. But that is her husband. That's his sister's husband. How can you actually do something? And that's the thing. You know, this just shows that your sister really is selfish. She probably sees that you're having a good life. Your husband's working hard. You're working hard. You've come from one point to the next. And she's jealous of you.
And if you, but you notice too that she in the letter, the only part she mentions her sister is the part where she's saying that both of them are sexting each other, right? She's not even concerned about that, you know. You notice? It's all she's concerned about is her husband, what her husband did, and the marriage and stuff like that.
Same thing. I mean,
so it makes me wonder.
It's what it is. It is what he did, because maybe she just feels that her husband should have known better. I mean, the sister should have known better.
No, but
she's blame mainly on her husband.
Based on what I'm seeing here, it makes me wonder what kind of relationship she was having with her sister. She's not really concerned about her sister. If you notice in the letter, she's saying,
maybe she knows her sister's a little wackhead. She's a little crazy, and she does these type. It's not uncommon, but her husband should have known better.
Right?
Maybe she's saying that, you know what, you should have known better. I don't care about what my sister did or what she thinks, because guess what? That's my sister. She's crazy. I know she's crazy. But you, I expected better from.
Yeah.
You know, I expected that you would have not get involved in something like this.
That's a serious thing.
It is. I mean, can you imagine that though?
If it was like, somebody else, another person that is not of the family, then fine. But he also goes further to be doing with other girls.
But here's the thing: the family knew about it.
But that's just
so
sick.
What kind of family do you have, my dear?
That's just sick. Or maybe what the family was trying to do is save her marriage.
How?
By hiding it. But I'm not agreeing, with them to do it. But maybe to them, it was like, trying to save the marriage.
There's a lot of maybes here.
Yeah.
And maybe she's not close with the family, and they probably say, okay, well.
Yeah, that can.
Serves you right.
Yeah, that
serves you right. That should happen to you a long time ago. But here's the thing. I mean, sisters should not go out on that limb. That's a branch that you should not climb on at all. And it happens very often.
Those limbs always break.
I actually know 2 sisters that have children for the same man.
It happens.
That is like one of the lowest things that you can do as a human being.
Yes, as a woman.
As a woman, you've lowered yourself to
so
the pits.
So low.
What I would suggest though is, one, I know you talk about to the point where this is disgusting you so much that you want to have a divorce, and you want to you're considering divorce, but you're also considering the well-being of your children, which a lot of women do put themselves before, put their children before them. I think that's a wrong practice.
Yes.
If in fact that your husband's out there sending his privates to different women, I think that's something that he needs to address. I think that maybe he does have a problem.
Yes, he does.
And he needs to address that with your help, of course. If he has admitted to doing it to other women, you now need to know whether he's remorseful or not. Whether it's something that he just, I've done it to other people. Or, babes, I'm sorry.
To me, he needs help because he has admitted that he knows that it is wrong. You know that the thing is wrong, but yet still you're doing it. It means you need help. So as you say, she, if she could do anything, to help him along the way.
What could she do? I mean, she's already lost the
encourage
trust. She's already lost trust. She's already lost trust in the husband, the sister, and the family.
I understand that, but she says she's considering divorce. That's another thing.
So,
too.
the thing is, we don't even know how hurt this woman is because of this whole situation. I mean, your husband sending pictures of himself to your sister, and your sister doing likewise. I mean, how can you stoop so low as a sister?
For me, that would be instant divorce. I wouldn't even think twice.
But what would you do about the sister, though? I mean, you will divorce the husband and still remain.
She would still be my sister, but I would not. I would not be close to her. I would be lying, and I'd be a hypocrite if I would say yes. She's my sister. I don't think I could not remain close with you. Right. How could you do that? You're not supposed to do that. That's a line that you don't cross.
Right. Boy, that is definitely a tough one. I mean, I feel for her because now she feels that the entire family, including her sisters, is against her. Because guess what? If they won't, they would have come to her and say, look, you know what? Something's going terribly wrong here with your husband and your sister, and you need to know about it. Somebody should have come to her if they cared about this woman.
Maybe the sister is spoiled too. The family spoiled the sister, and whatever the sister does, they try to cover it up. Yes. And
this could be the black sheep in the family where, she doesn't deserve to have a husband. She doesn't deserve to have her own family. So let's hey boy. When I saw that, I was like, wow, that is one of the worst things that you can actually do to a person. The people that are supposed to care for you, care about you the most, are the ones that are actually stabbing you in the back and hurting you.
Right, because you couldn't imagine that your own sister would want to, show herself naked to the person that you're with. I'm not even going to say husband, the person that you're with.
And
don't even go there.
What would have happened if she didn't find out at the stage in which she did? Maybe something else would have happened. But she's convinced that nothing happened, though.
That's what she's told.
That's what she's convinced.
So she holds to what she's told. But if you
were in that situation, would you believe them? No, because they've already broke your trust.
No, I would not believe, because the fact that you held out a secret like that for so long, right? My head is going to be all over the place. I'm going to be thinking, if he's sexting her, who to tell if they didn't go further than that, right? I'm not going to sit there and believe that they didn't. So nobody can tell me otherwise. Honestly, I don't think I would be able to believe that they didn't. And the fact that he's involved in doing it with other ladies.
We have a caller line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, sir. Morning, you lady.
Good morning.
Suzette.
Yes. Okay. I see that we're blaming the sister. Yes, she was wrong. Yes, she was out of place. She was rude, and the family was hiding for her. And probably the family take with her. Probably the family probably quarrel with her, but the family tell her what she doing. The probably, set her
straight. All right, so we're reconnecting there. That could be the case, that the family actually already lashed out at the sister, but they decided, okay, you know what, the best thing to do is just keep it quiet. We have already dealt with it.
Yeah.
We should keep it quiet. I don't know if that's a solution though, because they've already broken the girl's trust, and now that they've made it seem as if, they hide that from the young lady, right? I think that to me is one of the worst things that you could do.
Right.
Again, it's going to send a message that, because when these things do come out, we're sort of in disbelief that I can't believe my family knew about this and they didn't tell me.
That is always the case.
We don't think that, or we don't look at it as they were trying to protect us.
Yeah.
Because what my thinking would be is, if you know, why didn't you tell me so I could do something about it? But if you didn't tell me, that means that I can't do anything. I'm still in this relationship with this man who
and
has
trusting the man.
Out,
all right. Maybe if they had told her, it would not have driven her to the point where she's now trying to get a divorce. She would probably try to work on the marriage, right? Because he admitted to her that he was wrong, right? But the fact that...
Is that enough, though?
That he admitted? No, it's not enough.
Right.
I'm getting there. Now, it got to the point where it had happened. The family hid it. Now she's knowing. It's almost like she's betrayed.
Betrayed. Not almost like she would feel a sense of betrayed.
Exactly.
Betrayed.
Right? And you did not give her the chance to, even work on the situation, because there's counseling and, other ways of, putting things right, putting things back to, it would not go back to where it was in the initial stage, but at least, she could work on saving her marriage. But you left her no choice. It's almost like you took away her rights.
All right. So in that case, do women, or would most women see sexting, especially on that level where that's your sister's husband, you were sending nude pictures to your sister's husband, he was sending pictures to you. Do they see that as on the same level as if they actually did have sex?
Well, I don't know for other women. I see it for me, yes. Yes.
You would see it that way?
Of course I would see it that way, because...
You would treat it as him cheating with your sister?
Yes.
All right. So let's try to take this call. Just trying to get an idea as call dropped again. Okay, so let's try to take this one. So it would be on the same level as cheating.
I would think so.
And they might as well have done the act.
I would think so.
All right, caller, you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Go ahead.
Yes, so like I was saying, So it seems like the husband has it in a habit doing that. I wouldn't put full blame on the sister. The husband has a habit of sending his pictures to other women who knows what else he.
The call keeps dropping.
Call keep dropping. All right. And I think I see where she was going with that one.
Yes.
The husband he's in the habit of doing that. I mean, he's admitted to other women also. So yes, the wife definitely does need to take up a case with her husband, right? And he has broken. Who knows what else he's done? To me, he has broken their vows. He has done all the bad stuff that you can do when it comes to your relationship. Now, how do we move forward? She's considering divorce because this is habitual. He's been doing it.
Right.
I'm not telling her to go out and divorce her husband, but she needs to really take a stock and understand his mind, why he's doing these things. Why can it not be you he's sending those pictures to when you're at work?
Right.
You know, send me the news. I mean, keep a little flame in our relationship. You know, but.
I was going to go there. Continue. I'm listening.
The sister part really hurts me because she should know better. That is her sister's husband. That's the territory that you do not cross. And when you do, it comes with a lot of backlash. A lot of families go into turmoil because of these type of things.
All right. So as a man, right? What do you think could have pushed him to go down that road?
With the sister or just doing
generally? Because he's doing it. It's not just the sister that he's doing it with.
Just ambitious. They just like to, you know, men are we're very complex, and we do things. Two men would probably do the same thing completely different, right? And that's just the funny way how we think and how we operate. There are guys who would tell you, that's just harmless. There ain't nothing. Just a picture. They mean it. They see absolutely nothing wrong with it. Whereas some would tell you, look, that to me is almost like a forgiven sin. If my wife ever does that, or if I would not put myself in a position to do that because it's a forbidden sin. I would never do that. And, that's just the way we are. Now, men are very ambitious. And when I say that, what I mean is that we always want more. They have a car. If they can get two, they will take it. There's not a single guy out there who, if they have a vehicle and you come and you say, okay, look, I'm going to offer you this vehicle also, they're going to say, no, well, I have one already.
But I wouldn't say no.
But that's just the way we are.
Not with men, not with my man.
That's just the way we are.
As I say,
most men, when they cheat on their spouse, a lot of them do not, and I'm not saying that it's all. Some of them don't even go out of their way to do it. They find women that would throw themselves at them, and they figure this is easy.
Yeah, that's true.
This is easy. Let's take advantage. It's just one time thing. Nobody ain't gonna know.
So what about your woman? You don't think that if she find out,
exactly,
it's gonna cause
Caller, you there?
Yes, I'm there. The Wi-Fi. No.
Okay.
Yes, like I was saying, I wouldn't put all the blame on the sister and the husband. Both of them have a part to play. Both of them have a part to play, but I wouldn't put full blame on the sister. The husband has been doing it, so if I have to say somebody have the problem, is the husband. The husband.
But don't you think though that the sister should have a bit more love and respect for her sister than to do that?
Yes, but at the same time, yes, I wouldn't say that.
I get what you're saying, but I'm still saying though that at the end of the day, you're walking on the street, you get hit by a car, right? Whether the driver was drunk or not, you still have to ask yourself, what could you have done different to avoid that? You understand what I'm saying? So we have to take responsibility for ourselves, no matter what the situation is.
The sister probably get the measly tongue from her family members, but they didn't want to hurt the wife feeling, so they just didn't tell her anything. That's how it.
And that could very well be the case.
They probably give her the measly power, but they will not want to tell the wife that because they know probably she was wrong and stuff. But And it depends on how the wife found out. If, like, something went wrong and then, where they tell her. But, but I wouldn't put all the blame on the sister. The husband, however, he thinks he's doing it, like, if that's not the first time he's doing it and he has been doing it. Who else knows what
else he has been doing?
He's doing to her back. And she now saying she's filing for a divorce. Me and married, and married and divorced. Let me tell you, I had a change of heart. Let me tell you. God made us as emotional human beings and everything. And then, we doing so much things already. He sent his son for us. He tell us don't come to him without we go through to his son first. So, if she wants to let her do what she wants. If she's not happy and if she wants to, I wouldn't consider divorce. I would consider help first, counseling, and try and see if we can work things out. And if she max out all her options, well, if that's your last resort, now really go for it. Because you see these days, no loyalty, nothing. Well, there is, but I don't know. So
you've always been an advocate to let making things work in a marriage, right? You don't believe in divorce.
But at the same time, God leave us. God tell us, that's too much for him. So he sent his son for us. So who am I? I not know God. I'm not going to take my shoulder not broad as ever.
Right.
So
I get you.
So if her shoulder, if she take too much already, her broad shoulder take too much, she can just do what she
wants.
Do what's best for her and her children.
I believe that being that it happened so close. I mean, you're talking about your sister having basically an affair with your husband. The family knows about it. The family get-togethers will never be the same. There will always be tension.
It can never be the same.
There will always be tension when you guys are in the same environment.
They probably give the good. Probably I think like they probably tell her, because not everybody will agree with what the sister did. They probably give her they probably tell her, give her business. They probably do it. But since they don't want to hurt the wife, the sister,
they didn't say anything,
or sometimes they're not as close as we think. Right, but being that she knows that all the family members know it, probably they didn't want to hurt her feelings.
But I also believe that for somebody to do that, you have to really don't like your sister. I mean, probably jealousy. Your sister's doing well with her husband or family, and you just want to disrupt that or get a piece of it. Right?
Just wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, it could be too that sometimes, and the women find themselves in this situation a lot, where they confide in their friend and their neighbors and their sisters about how good things are with them, and then the person gets jealous. They're not going to tell you they're jealous, they'll act it out. So they try to find ways to get what you have.
Yes.
And women find themselves in that situation a lot. Women find themselves in that situation a lot, where their own mouth, gets them in that kind of trouble.
That is so true.
So, thanks again for your call, caller.
Yes, bye-bye.
All right, have a good day. I believe we got 2 minutes left. So, I believe that the young lady needs to really search herself and see what she wants. Like the caller said, if she run out of options, she's tried everything to make. Then she needs to take advantage. She needs to take herself, put herself first, and do what is best for her.
Right.
And not necessarily what's best for you is what is
also best for the children as well.
Right. So you have to weigh. You have to weigh the two.
But when you look at it, what if what is best for the children is staying with the husband, and she's not going to be happy with the husband because
so then leave the children with him.
What if she doesn't want to leave her children?
I'm just saying, because you cannot be happy in a situation.
Because the trust is that trust is torn to pieces right there, right? So, and if there's no trust in a relationship, you are not going to have peace in that relationship.
Exactly, and for peace of mind, sometimes you just have to walk away from it.
Right.
sometimes we talk about the children. The children will be fine. I believe that the children will be fine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of single mothers out there doing their due.
Yes.
With a lot less resources maybe than you have.
Exactly.
And they're still getting by. These children still manage to come out.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, it is shown now that the children that struggle the most are the ones that are most successful, you know.
Right. That's true. Single parents always.
So big up all the single mothers out there.
Yeah.
And the single fathers too, like myself.
Yes.
All right? You just have to remember, my dear, that this is your life. Yes, your marriage is something that you treasure dearly. But if it's going to bring you pain, it's going to bring you sorrow, it's going to bring you heartache, then you don't need it.
Exactly.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
As for your sister, time will heal the wounds between the two of you, because that bond can never be broken, completely destroyed. It can never be completely destroyed.
No.
You know, it would take 50 years. It just take something to happen, and then you guys will forget all about that. That's the thing about siblings.
Yes.
You know, you can go apart for 20, 30 years without talking to each other, without showing any love for each other. But one thing can happen.
But there's always a yearning.
There's
always a yearning to reunite.
So, the family, though, I really would like to know if the family did it out of the goodness of knowing.
Like she said.
If the family did not tell you because they didn't want you to hurt, didn't want you to because they felt that they dealt with the matter on their own. But again, who are they to tell to decide how to deal with something that's affecting you?
I would feel betrayed by my family if something like this happened, even if they dealt with it according to them. I would feel betrayed by my family. Why wouldn't you tell me that, you know, this man is doing that? Because, see, she found out that, because of finding out that he did it with her sister, she found out that there were other women that he was doing it. So, you know, you should have cautioned me.
Right. All right, we're out of time. It's 12 o'clock right here in St. Lucia and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. We want to thank everyone for joining us on GVD TV, channel 115, and Hitz FM 92.1, 91.1. We won't be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be doing.
And just before we go, Asylum, please permit me. Well, it's not morning now, it's afternoon. Good afternoon, drive it.
And of course,
hope you're having a wonderful day.
We want to remind.
And everybody else in the office, good afternoon.
We also want to remind folks that if you're in Castries and looking for lunch, Carol's Kitchen is the best place, the place to be. You can have some of the best lunches in town. They have grilled fish, steamed fish, Creole fish, and you know, fish is always on the menu.
Where is that?
Also, Carol's Kitchen.
Okay.
And on the menu today, they have potato pie, chow mein, Spanish rice, dasheen, sweet potato, baked chicken, fried plantain, pink beans, tossed salad. They have baked chicken, stewed chicken, baked lamb, and stew wings on their menu today. Also, head over to Club Red. They have some of the best food in the city. Club Red is located upstairs, Dax Plaza, right? You know, Dax building, yeah. They have Dax have a few different places, right? So check out Club Red, and they have some of the best lunches on island. They have something for every taste. So make sure you check them out, and they have specials. They have the cocktails. It's the ideal place for a business lunch. I would suggest if you have a little business meeting, you can head over to Club Red and have lunch there and a few drinks and maybe seal that deal. Once again, thank you very much. It's just about 3 minutes after the hour. We are out of here. Catch you guys on Thursday.